Hey everybody, how's it going? Eddie here, and welcome back to King's Court. And I'm looking pretty bright today, right? And I will say, this shirt makes me feel like I am big. To myself, I'm not huge by any means, but uh, maybe to an average Joe, I am big. But this shirt really does look good on me and makes my physique look a lot better. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Let's talk about some basketball news. That's exactly what you're all here for, so let's just get down to it. Number one, Devin Booker tells the media to stop comparing him to Kobe Bryant. Now, let's just get this out the way. There's no way that's going to happen. What we love to do in the sports world is compare players of the present to the players of the past. And it makes sense for Devin Booker's case that he's a player that everyone sees when they think of Kobe Bryant, the late Kobe Bryant. It's understandable. It makes a lot of sense. I think it makes a lot of sense. So him shutting it down, it's just him being humble and also trying not to put himself in a bad seat where a lot of people would be expecting so much of him. He dropped the bar. He went to people comparing himself to Rip Hamilton. I mean, that's not many people are gonna know who Rip Hamilton is. So I feel like him mentioning Rip Hamilton as a comparison and as a player that he looked up to is a little bit of a cop out. Maybe there are some similarities between their games, but I don't think for 1 second that that's who he aspired to be at any point of his career. Topic number two, free agents this season. A lot of players are gonna be becoming free agents for their respective teams, but funny thing is, these, I wouldn't say role players, but I guess players that do make or better their respective teams are becoming free agents. Let's have a look, shall we? Kyle Lowry, Reggie Jackson for us Clipper fans, Will Barton for the Nuggets. Those are just a few names right at the top of my head, and of course there's many. But I want to highlight to why it makes sense for these players to, yeah, they might be remaining humble to their teams, but why it's important they should test the free agent market, especially now. When there's a big free agent, let's just say Curry, he hits the free agent market, a lot of a lot of teams are going to want to sign him. No matter what it takes, they're going to try to give him the best pitch they possibly can and give him the most money that player would want to have. Let's assume Curry is that player. He's going to be listening to offers, and everyone is going to want to clear up the cap spaces so he could have his money. This offseason, there's not too many players that are amazing. I would predict the best player in the free agent market that's going to enter it is Kyle Lowry. And then after that, there's not many good players entering the free agent market. So there's a lot of money on the table for a lot of players that are looking to get a good bag. Now, granted, not every player deserves a max. Will Barton, I feel he's going to chase one, even though he and Denver are already talking about having a new deal within each other and hearing each other out. However, he knows that there's a lot of money out there that they could potentially drop him. So, it's smart for all these players to go out there and listen to pitches, but you gotta outweigh what you want and what you need. Money, everyone wants money. But is a championship in your agenda? And that's where the agents come in. They want to give him the best money possible, and that player, it's his responsibility to deliver on such things. Will Barton, I don't think by any means he's maybe even the fourth best player of the Nuggets, but he'll definitely better them if he decides to stay. So with that, I would agree that it would be smart for Denver to sign him, and I would think it would be dumb for Will Barton to be reaching for a contract that he's not entirely worth. Move on to our next topic. The Bucks versus the Suns. I do want to say that I feel the Bucks are going to win it already tonight. Tuesday night, what do they tip off? 5 o'clock? And it's going to be a good game, I think. The Suns have everything to lose. So it makes sense for them to have to throw out everything they can. Play your starters. A lot of people are saying play them for about 46 minutes. Crazy, but if you need to do it to win the game, go ahead, because that's all you got. And like I mentioned before, I only want Chris Paul to win from the Suns. If anyone else were to not get a championship, that would be amazing. But that's not how championships work. And I am left to discuss one more thing. How many of you seen Space Jam: A New Legacy? It's a good movie, but not amazing. However, it wasn't made to be amazing. It's a mashup of cartoons, that of which I like, the Looney Tunes, and reality, or real people. So for people to be comparing it to Space Jam, the original, the 1996 version, it's pretty dumb because that movie wasn't built to be a masterpiece. It was just great because it had MJ in it, and this one is great because it has LeBron. I'm indifferent between the two. I loved the sounds of Space Jam. All the effect sounds is what I mean. They really captured me. I was watching the movie and listening through headphones, and that sound quality is amazing. The mixture of sounds, it's one of my favorite parts of the movie. The effects, the acting, it's not great, but Space Jam wasn't either. So I think A New Legacy is fine. We don't want to be comparing sequels to the first movies because it just overshadows the way we critique the second one. Especially when the second one almost is trying to be its own thing. If you wanted to watch A New Legacy on its own, you can. You don't have to see the first one. Yes, there is an homage, or I guess a callback to the first movie, but by no means is it important. You could watch this movie all by itself and still get the same result. Basketball, cartoons, cheesy humor, built for kids. This movie was built for kids. Even for us that grew up watching Space Jam, it was built for kids. It's not for us adults. It's not for us to be calling it one of the greatest movies ever. It's built for kids. The way it was advertised, the way it was brought up, the way it was set up and done, it's all about the kids. And it's fine. The first one was about kids. So why did this one have to be any different? Why did this one have to cater to guys like my age and older? That's my take on the movie. If I had to give it a rating, and which I did, I gave it on IMDb, I give it a 5. It's not amazing. I wouldn't recommend it. But hey, if you wanted to watch a movie because you're bored or you want something to watch, go ahead and watch Space Jam. It's fine. Just watch it. That's all I got to say for today. Of course, we got the Bucks game tonight. Well, Bucks versus Suns game because I said Bucks because, well, I think they're gonna win. So here we go. Game 6. I got the Bucks. Just close it out. Start the off season. I'm excited as a Clipper fan what the next season holds. And also, let's move on to crazier off-season topics, of which I'm excited about. Like I said, that's all I had to say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends about this channel. I'm more than happy to collaborate. All right.
That's all I got.
I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out. Thanks for listening.